Welcome back to Whisky Whims with me, Stuart. Today we've got a 12-year-old Fettercairn from A.D Rattray. It's their warehouse collection series, which is, according to them, their bin ends or cask bin. I can't remember what the description is. I think it is bin ends. But basically, it's like the ends of casks that they've possibly used for other projects, maybe blending or something like that, or finishing when they've moved whiskey from one cask to another and they've got like a little bit left over. They decided to bottle these cask ends as a cheaper alternative. Just a yeah, a little bit more affordable. I think cheaper is maybe, I sometimes hate using the word cheap, but yeah, a more affordable alternative. So this is a 12-year-old Fettercairn. It's the warehouse collection. It's bottled at 46% ABV. On the front, it's matured in bourbon. On the front it says orange and vanilla panna cotta. So yeah, we'll get down to my own tasting notes. It cost, I believe, £45. Non-chill filter, no added colouring as well. And I'm sure I received this as a Christmas present one year or something like that. But anyway, we'll get down to the nose, the palate, the finish, and we'll see if it's a Whisky Win or a Whisky Bin. Let me see what my coin is. There we go. Yeah, a Whisky Win or a Whisky Bin. So straight to the nose. Yeah, I get this kind of doughy, unbaked lemon shortbread. Lemon shortbread's not something I've often had, but I can just imagine it's just like a doughy kind of mixture, and there's lemon there. And shortbread, because I think it smells like shortbread. There's pineapple cubes as well, those sweets that are similar to cola cubes, but obviously pineapple flavour. It's a little musty, which is surprising. A little, I don't think fusty, not off, but just a little musky. Like almost being in a warehouse. I know it seems a little cliche with it being the warehouse collection, but just a little, yeah, like being in a warehouse. There's a little bit of white pepper as well on the nose that just tickles the nose a little bit. And if you if you take a big enough breath in, you will end up sneezing. I don't know if that's the alcohol or this white pepper element, but buttery croissants as well. It's definitely fruity, kind of tropical, but also quite creamy and bready or doughy. Yeah, like I said, with the unbaked shortbread and then these croissants, it's actually quite a simple nose. Like, these elements aren't too complex or too conflicting. They go well together, but it's quite simple, I feel. But that's what makes it that's what makes it great. On the nose, the palate. So, on the palate, I have recently been introduced into Colombo cake, which is a spring cake that the Italians have during Easter. It's similar to, what's the other one they do? Is it panna cotta or panettone? It's similar to that other one that you get at Christmas that kind of lasts for quite a while, quite a stodgy, doughy, bready dessert. So what I'm getting here is Colombo cake. I had one recently. Stevie was in Italy and he brought one back, and it had like little chewy bits of orange through it, like little cubes, not like cola cubes or anything like that. They were like these kind of candied segments of orange. I don't know if they were actually sweeties, like if it was just like a gelatine candy sweet, or if it was actually bits of orange, but it reminds me of that. So Colombo cake with these little bits of orange through it. And I'm even going to, I don't think you're supposed to put custard over it, but if you just imagine custard over it as well. So Colombo cake as well, if you've not had it. The first thing I thought of it was quite similar to croissant in the way it was layered and quite airy, a lot of gaps through it. So yeah, linking back to the nose as well, that kind of croissant element. There's a little bit of kind of like a citrus zest, maybe citrus peel or grated citrus peel, something like that. There's jelly tots. Once again, similar to this orangey kind of gelatine sweet, but this time pineapple again. I know I said pineapple cubes in the nose, but it's like these pineapple, chewy pineapple jelly tots. If that's a thing, just like, like pineapple gelatine with a little bit of sugar around it, just chewy, lovely, fruity. Yeah, it's nice. It's really enjoyable in the palate. There's also a little bit of like quite a spirity element there. Unfortunately, the flavours don't really mask it, so it could be a little bit off-putting to someone who's maybe not a heavy whiskey drinker, or maybe new to whiskey. You might just feel this spirit element, this kind of alcoholic presence, and it might put you off. But past that and the flavours that are there, it's quite it's quite a good experience. The finish is medium. It's creamy. There's a kind of fresh basil flavour after a while, which is quite weird, quite strange, but it's pleasant enough. There's also maybe some like pine nuts there, and possibly something like spring water, which is very specific. Like water just tastes like water, but I feel like I'm getting like a spring water kind of, I don't know. Water does have a taste, I suppose. It has some sort of a water taste. Can't believe I'm going to explain. Anyway, so that's what I'm tasting. I think this is quite a magnificent whiskey for the value. I think it's great. So we'll get down to the conclusion. I've kind of given it away anyway, but would I buy this again? I think I would. I don't think I can. I think these kind of releases are quite limited, and they don't do a lot of them, but I would buy it again. It's just easy, it's simple but effective. It's got all the right flavours you expect from a Fettercairn, and at £45 it's an absolute bargain for a 12-year-old Fettercairn. I think that's great, especially the way it's presented. I don't think it came in a box. I don't think it came in a sorry, I just burped. I don't think it came in a tube or anything, but natural colouring and unchill filtered, and just the flavours you're getting from it. Yeah, I think it's worth it, the £45. So I would buy it again. I think it's worth it, and would I recommend it? Yeah, I think it's one to try. Like I said, it's quite a, I don't think exclusive's the right word, but quite a limited whiskey, and probably not that accessible out with the UK, I assume. That's just an assumption. I'm not sure how far these warehouse collections reach, but I'm sure they do deliveries, so maybe they do Europe, I don't know. You would need to have a look into it, but yeah, these types of whiskies I'm always quite wary of reviewing because of the niche aspect of them. I mean, whiskey itself is already a niche genre to be reviewing, but the fact that this is even more niche and a lot of people probably haven't tried this just makes it a little bit more a little bit more restrained. But anyway, it's 3 out of 3. It's a Whisky Win. I hope you've enjoyed the review. I really enjoyed this whiskey. I've been Stuart, this has been Whisky Wins. I'll see you later.